Coheed and Cambria dropped a new album, The Father of Make Believe. 10th studio album is wild.
Yeah, not many bands make it to that, I don't think.
No,
that's a big deal.
I was reading the press release going into this, and I was just like, damn, 10 studio records is nuts. They've been doing it a very long time. Clearly, you don't get to 10 studio records doing it for 3 years.
To be fair, Brockhampton got to like 6 in like 3 years, so it is possible.
Fair enough.
But they also imploded,
Yeah.
so that's usually the trade-off.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I was diving into the press release because I know this band is very much about concept and world building. And then so I was like trying to get a loose idea of what was going on. And I came away, we covered the last record, and don't go watch it. We probably were like, yeah, this was great, and then we moved on to the next topic. But I remember, covering that album and thinking it was cool, but kind of being left a little confused, which is why I've been so excited about this rollout, because it feels like the band is a little bit more digestible this album around. I've also seen them live, so I've dabbled in the discography. And I feel like the band this time around is a little bit more digestible because you take the concept world building aspect of the band, where we're jumping in 10 albums in, not knowing any of the backstory, and then couple that with this band having a history of being very intricate instrumentally, and it creates a listening experience that, for a listener like us coming in, chatting about the album, not necessarily being fans of the band, although respecting what they do and thinking it's fucking awesome, not being fans of the band, and can totally be left feeling extremely confused. But with the singles going into this, I was feeling very confident, because I was coming out liking everything and feeling like it was digestible. And that's kind of how I feel with this entire record. It's quite the journey. It's very solid. It is almost an hour long, and it definitely tells a story if you listen to the lyrics, and I love that. But what you can also do is pull away and just listen to the song like as a song, and I was still able to come away feeling like I got something out of the music and didn't just leave feeling like, all right, my mind was just bended for an hour, like I have sometimes when listening to Coheed. So that was my favorite part about the record. I thought it was incredible. I'm a big fan of Blindside Sunny, not to call out a single, but I thought that the strongest song on the record was the Continuum one, Welcome to Forever, Mr. Nobody.
Really? The first one? Okay.
Yes. Like that song came on, and it just like the vibe of that song is slightly different from almost the entire rest of the record, which I almost feel like this album is 2 albums, with the Continuum 1 through 4 being like a entirely separate record from the rest of the album. But yeah, I'm just overall blown away and pleasantly surprised, because as I said, kind of have left Coheed in the past being like, this was cool, but what just happened? And now I feel like I still kind of get that, because I'm not at all in the world building aspects, and I don't know what the hell is going on there. But at the face value of the songs as songs, I came away being like, okay, I actually digested what happened.
Yeah. I completely agree. I mean, I think it's a great record. It's extremely atmospheric. When you said they're just insanely complex instrumentally, I think that's incredible. Lyrically, I mean, it's well built. It's smart. It's a great record. And dude, it's long as shit though. To be completely real, there are multiple tracks on here that go well over like 5 minutes. Like, I'm pretty sure there's one that's like close to 6.
Yeah, the Continuum 2.
There you go.
Yep.
6:23. Yeah, no, there are some where you kind of have to sit down and go, fuck, we're still here. But like, it's chill because it's pretty to listen to and it's complex. So your brain doesn't really get tired, but that little part where the TikToks have started to kind of eat away at you, you're like, damn, this isn't like 30 seconds long.
Where's the
weighs
TikTok moment?
Guys, where's the song of the summer? I thought this was the album of whatever. So yeah, I think it's fucking incredible. I mean, there's a lot of different sounds on this record alone. In like the first like four tracks, it turns into like a laid back, almost like acoustic moment, but it doesn't feel like it fucked up the flow at all because then it just picks right back up. I mean, there are highs, there are lows. It is a concept record for sure, but as Shane and I have said multiple times, we're so out of the loop with that. We're coming in album 10 and we're like, what happened here? I don't know any of you. I don't know any of these characters. I don't know any of this shit, but it sounds pretty and it's well thought out, so I'm in.
Mhm.
My personal favorite was actually the closer,
Oh.
the Continuum 4, So It Goes. I think it's oh fuck, it's almost 6 minutes long. So imagine my surprise when I looked up and I went, "Damn, this song's really. Oh, this is the same song. Okay, that's fine." I think how it ends is so fucking pretty. It has almost like it sounds like it's just kind of bursting at the end, and it's so. I love like closers that have that moment. I also agree not to call out a single, but my second favorite was Blindside Sunny.
Mhm.
It is such a fucking rager. It's heavy and it kind of catches me off guard with how heavy and complex it is, or sorry, heavy and melodic
Mhm.
buzzword it is. And it's a fucking good ass track to listen to. I think that the record's great, as I said, very atmospheric, long as shit, but it gets the job done. I'm not mad at it at all. Because they actually did stuff with the long amount of time provided. There weren't any moments where I felt like it was draining or they were just kind of pissing away time or just put the song on there just to make it a a 14 track album.
Yeah.
It's all killer, no filler, is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. I think it was time well spent. Um, I'm pretty sure I gave this album 2 listens all the way through, which again is a little hefty, but I enjoyed both listens. I think it's a great fucking record.
Yeah, I agree with you. The all killer no filler, like yes, it absolutely is an hour. Yes, it is 14 tracks, but there was not a part in the record where I was looking at the track list being like, seriously, like this I
We're
got
still
this many
here.
I got this many songs to go. There were a
Mm-hmm.
couple of times where I was like, god damn, 6 minutes, that's a lot to take in, but I
Mm-hmm.
didn't find myself being like, god, I wish this was over. It was just that initial shock of like, that's a lot of time to sink in to a
Like Jesus
song
Christ.
that
Yeah.
I get. Even when it's a band I really love, I'm still like, wow, that's a lot to take in.
Mm-hmm.
um I'm glad you shout out the closer because I love it
Mm-hmm.
as well. It's the literal definition of a closer.
Mm-hmm.
The way it ends, it kind of it bursts, but then kind of trickles out at the end. I
Mm-hmm.
love it. And Yesterday's Lost feels like an opener. Like the album is absolutely built to be an album experience, and that's
Oh
what
yeah.
I love about it so much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, overall, incredibly solid. Glad I came out of this, not just thinking like the feeling I got from the singles is what I ultimately got from the entire album. I'm glad that wound up being the case.
Mm-hmm.
Touring a shitload. For the rest of the year, as you can imagine, they just put a record out. They're going to be touring their asses off. A couple of co-headlines coming up with Mastodon. They're doing some B, C market type things in arenas, and then over the summer they're co-headlining with Taking Back Sunday, and they're going to be doing amphitheaters, which is very exciting. So I'm sure there's a date coming near you. Peep the dates. They've also got their cruise that they do at the end of the year. So lots of Coheed in the US this year for sure. So if you're a fan, peep the dates.
Peep the dates.
Hell
Mm-hmm.
yeah.